Afternoon all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Right. So how did you rate the exam?
Well, sir, but problems are tricky.
Hmm? Pardon? Can you repeat?
I had doubt in a problem.
Okay. Let us see. So, and in previous class we have covered up to Norton's theorem, right? So today we will see these um, I wanted to cover today the topics of standard transformation. Today is 17/5/21, right? So today we will see first source transformation and second star delta star delta transformation. Okay. So before going to that, someone has told that he has a doubt. So will you please ask your doubt?
Sir, just a minute. I'm opening Moodle that page.
Okay. After some time you can ask, right?
Yes, sir.
Or at the end of the class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what are you? What is visible to you now?
Source transformation and star delta transformations.
The white screen only, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So first, let us see source transformation. So people are continuously joining, so that I'm unable to do this. One minute. So first of all, what is source transformation? So source transformation is a It is also called a byproduct of your Thevenin's on Norton's theorem. Okay, it is a byproduct of Thevenin's and Norton's theorem, uh, and it is based upon Thevenin's and Norton's theorems under the observations of Norton's and Thevenin's theorem. Okay, so this observation allows you to simply uh, an- to do analysis by converting a voltage source with series resistance to an equivalent current source with a parallel resistance. Okay, we can do analysis of circuits, or we can simplify the circuits using source transformation. Uh, right, so it contains mainly converting a voltage source into a current source, and vice versa. Okay, so and these source transformations, right, we may have a big circuit, big network, so in which you may have different so many number of elements along with the many sources. You may have many sources, so you can apply source transformation to a part of a circuit. Okay, so you can apply source transformation to a part of a circuit. So like that mm, it is helpful in reducing simplifying the circuits. It is helpful in simplifying the circuits. Are you able to understand what I'm talking? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I will explain this simply by taking uh, a circuit. We'll have a voltage source like this. I will change. Someone has put a message. Right. So I will take a simple voltage source in series with the internal resistance, and source voltage, internal resistance. Okay, so this is load resistance. So the voltage across the load is V suffix L, and the current that flows into the load is IL. Right, we can transform this network or the simple circuit into a current source. Sorry, I will use the fixed colors. So IS, oh sorry, that's not error. Current source in parallel with the internal resistance Ri. So this is IS, this is Ri, and a load resistance of RL, and the voltage across the load here in this circuit, and the load current will be must be we can have same load current flowing into this load and same voltage applying into this load. So to obtain that means if the first circuit 1 and circuit 2, if these two are to be equal, so the load must be receiving same voltage and same current, whether in figure circuit 1 or circuit 2. Okay, so then we can have any circuit, this circuit, the first circuit or second circuit. Is it clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So the load current must be flowing same in both the cases, and the voltage uh, appearing across the load RL, that is VL, is same. Then we can use any of these circuits, right? Because there is no difference whether that circuit or this circuit, the load is receiving same thing. Okay. So it is possible to interchange the practical voltage source, right? Practical voltage source means what? It will have a internal resistance Ri. Similarly, practical current source also will have an internal resistance Ri in parallel. Okay. So it is possible to interchange one practical source for the other and retain the same results at the load. Retain the same results at the load, that is IL and VL. Okay, it is possible to interchange one practical voltage source into a practical current source and vice versa, right? And retain the same results at the load. So this is the basis of source transformation. Okay, what is the basis? That's why I mentioned at first of all, the load must be receiving same current, and the voltage across the load also must be same, whether it is the left first circuit or the second circuit. Okay, so if the same value of load resistance, that means in the both cases RL is same. Okay, same RL we are talking about. Okay, if the same value of load resistance RL is connected to the circuit 1 and to the circuit 2, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So the condition is they must have same load resistance. We are talking about only one load resistance, that is RL, right? So for this case, uh, what is the load current here in this circuit left side? IL is equal to what? VS by RI plus RL, correct? So here IL is equal to what? Source current into other resistance RI divided by RI plus RL. Huh? Are you able to understand what I wrote here? Are you able to understand? So in both cases, IL must be same, right? So equating these two, that means one must be equal to 2. Okay. So therefore, కనిపిస్తుంది బాబు బాటము? That implies Vs is equal to Is into Ri. The condition is Vs is equal to Is into Ri, or Is is equal to Is is equal to Vs by Ri. Is it okay? Is it clear? కనిపిస్తుందా నాయన? కనిపిస్తుందా? Hello. Only chat messages.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, the voltage also must be. That means this is how we can transform Is. Is that means if the source resistance Ri multiplied by Is gives voltage. Okay, that means if you want to transform a current source into a voltage source, okay, so that Vs must be Is into Ri. Is into Ri. Okay, or otherwise if you want to convert a voltage source with Ri as internal resistance into a current source Is with a internal resistance Rs, sorry, Ri, Rs, I'm writing Ri. So this Is must be equal to Vs by Ri. So this is the simple step you need to do to transform sources, right? Understood? So here Ri is the internal resistance and of on both sources. Okay, internal resistance of both the sources. Now here two cases are there where we cannot do the source transformation. Okay, so source transformation is not possible when Ri is equal to 0. So then Is becomes Vs by Ri, that is equal to infinity. Okay, that means voltage source internal resistance must not be 0. That means it must not be an ideal voltage source, right? So the source transformation is applicable only to practical voltage source, which will have some definite some internal resistance. Okay, similarly when Ri is equal to infinite, then Vs, that means when we are converting a current source into a voltage source, right, then Vs is equal to is into Ri, that is also infinite. So in these two cases, so you cannot perform a source transformation. Okay, case 1 and case 2. Is it clear? So let us do a simple example. So example, so a voltage source, internal resistance, a current source, so let us solve this simple problem, right? Is the problem visible to you?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the question is to find out voltage across this plus minus V naught, or it can be all across this also. Hmm? So find V naught using source transformation. Okay. So here we are having in the circuit. In the circuit we have a voltage source 250 volts in series with 25 ohms, right? So consider this 25 ohms as the internal resistance of the 250 volt source, right? And convert it into a current source. We can do that also, right? Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. So converting a 250 volt source into current source, we will get a is equal to what is the formula? Vs by Ri, right? That is 250 by 25. This is equal to 10 amperes, right? So the circuit becomes what? A current source, because the voltage source is positive at the top terminal. So that's why I'm connecting a current source upward directions. Okay, this is 10 amperes. So here what we have, a current source of 80 amperes in the reverse direction. So as usual, this one is 25 ohms only. So here you have 100 ohms and a 25 ohms. Okay. So here in the question, the nodes, right? The question is plus minus V naught. This is what you have to find out. So this is a node or this is a node. So this is all a single node. Okay. Now this is a all parallel circuit. Yes or no? This all elements are connected between same two nodes. Total 5 elements. We have 2 current sources and 3 resistors. All these are having a same voltage across them. Okay. So that means plus and minus. This is also V naught. Okay, because all are parallel, they will have same voltage across them. Now here what do we do? You tell me, just look at the observe the circuit and tell me what can be done here.
After solving currents,
Huh?
we can get voltage. After solving currents, we can get voltage.
After solving
Currents.
current means what? Current through the 100 ohms or 20 ohms resistance. Huh?
For entire circuit. 10 ampere and 8 ampere, that will const.
Pardon? Can you repeat?
We should know effective current now, sir.
Okay, just I will tell you, just follow. So I will redraw this circuit like this for your understanding. This is all single node, right? These are all across a 2 nodes, right? So I will draw this here for your understanding. I will draw this 25 ohms here and this 100 ohms here. And the load resistance is 25. Do you have any problem? This is 10
Okay.
amperes. This is 8 amperes. Okay. We can draw like this. So the net current here, the net current here, the net current of these two sources. I think that my screen is completely visible.
Visible,
Yes, sir.
clear.
So no part of the screen is you are missing, right? So net current of 10 amperes and 8 amperes is how much? 2 amperes. Can I write?
2 ampere upward.
Huh?
2 ampere upward.
2 ampere upward, right? So I will draw the circuit like this. So a 2 ampere source and what about the resistances 25 and 100? Are they in parallel or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir. Parallel, sir.
Parallel?
Yes, sir.
So how to can we replace them with a simple single resistance? Can we replace them with a simple single resistance?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Hmm? So 25, 25 and 100. How much? You have 25 ohms. Yeah, 100 ohm. Another 25 ohm. Okay. So the voltage across any of these is same. So what is the total resistance of these three? So 25 parallel 25 is equal to 12.5, and 12.5 parallel 100 is equal to how much? How much it is? Someone has put a message in the chat. How much it is? 11.12. Anybody?
11.
Huh?
11.11, sir.
11.11. So you yourself put the answer, or anyone
No.
else?
Someone else.
Huh?
Someone.
Then okay, okay. Right. So 11.11 ohms. So then circuit becomes 2 amperes across 11.11 ohms, right? Whereas the voltage V naught remains the same. So V naught is equal to how much? 11.11 into 2. Okay. So 22.22 volts. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So is there any doubt? Regarding this can be applied to independent sources as well as dependent sources also. I did not explain what is independent source because I think that that is not required for you.
Sir,
Cheppandi.
once explain how voltage source
Huh?
is converted to current source.
What? Previous
Once,
slide.
yes, sir.
So this is good. This one?
Yes, sir. How voltage source is converted to current source?
How voltage source is
Converted to current source.
so using source transformation. See this one we have seen, right? Simple derivation we did. So if you want to have a voltage source, are you able to see these two figures?
Yes, sir.
So the left side Vs and right side Is, two sources are there.
Yes.
If the load resistance being same in both the circuits, RL is same. In that case, if RL is receiving same current and same voltage in both the circuits, okay, then
Yes.
we can say that this voltage source can be converted into current source and vice versa. Okay, so for that the condition we have derived. So what is the current in the left side source? IL is flowing to RL, right? So from
Yes.
in the left side source, what is the load current? IL is equal to Vs by total resistance, that is Ri plus RL. That is equation 1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In the right side source, what is IL? That is current flowing through this RL. What is the current that is flowing in this RL?
IL.
right? So this IL. Okay. So this IL, how much we can find using a source transformation technique. Sorry, simple. Uh, this is simple. Two resistors parallel fed by a current source. Okay. So in that case, I told you that we can use current division rule. Okay. So this is by current division. Okay. Highest
Okay.
current, highest resistance will receive lowest current, and lowest resistance will receive highest current. Okay. So
Okay.
based upon that, we can write IL is equal to IS into RI by RI plus RL. Okay. So that is the current. So in the this circuit, IL is given by this formula. In the first circuit, IL is given by this one. So these two, if these two are equal, we can say that the first circuit one and circuit two both are circuit one,
Both are.
circuit both are identical, right?
Yes.
So I have equated these two. One must be equal to 2. So I have equated Vs by Ri plus RL to Is into Ri by Ri plus RL. So then what we got, the denominators are same. So that means we get Vs is equal to Is into Ri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the Ri is the resistance of current source, internal resistance of current source. So if you have a right side circuit, so you can convert this into a left side circuit when you use a voltage Vs equal to Is into Ri. So this Vs must be equal to Is into Ri. This Is into this Ri. Okay. And the same Ri you must keep here. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the case. That is how we have transformed this voltage source, right? This voltage source we have transformed into a current source 10 amperes. That means 250 by 25 is equal to 10 amperes, and its 25 ohms is kept in parallel as usual. Okay. Now one person who is that asked why, sir, why can't 10 amperes and 8 amperes become 18 amperes instead of 2 amperes? They are in cyclic flow. Okay. So right, good question. So if you observe this circuit, the right side one, I'm talking about right side blue, right? Blue circuit. So the node, what is the node here? This is the node. Just I will use another color. The node here is this. Okay. So KCL here, KCL, if you apply KCL, 10 amperes is approaching. This is 10 amperes. One thing just to know this. Ten amperes comes here. 8 amperes moves away from the node. Okay. So what is this current? Tell me.
2, sir.
2
Yes, sir. 2 ampere.
how did you tell that? So
Net current,
KCL
sir.
here gives 10 amperes plus 10 amperes. Say if current approaching the node, say it is 10 amperes. 8 amperes is leaving the node. So minus 8 amperes. And minus I, say let it I. So minus I is equal to 0. Okay. That means minus of 8 plus I. We can write total current, right? So I will be equal to how much? 2 amp. So that same 2 amperes I have used here. So the current is 2 amperes. So that's why I kept a 2 amperes current source in the upward direction. Then only it is possible to show a 2 amperes approaching this node. Is it clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Babu, question candidate avaru Gopal Krishna, you only ask the question. Huh?
Sir, sir, Govinda Shamka asked that question. Now I will share that one, sir.
Huh? Pardon?
I will share that question, sir.
Okay. Ask the question. In
Sir,
the
I
chat
will share my screen, sir, and I will show this question.
question, huh?
Yes, sir.
You want to share the screen, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So so then in that case, I have to stop screen share.
Yes, sir.
I will stop screen sharing and I will permit you multiple persons. Okay, share your screen now.
Sir, it is visible, sir.
You are asking from this Moodle.
11th question, sir.
Huh?
11th one. 11th one.
Okay. Two 500 ohms 1 watt resistor are connected in parallel. The combined resistance and wattage rating will be. So this is a simple question. I will explain just orally, right? 500 ohms.
Share.
500 ohms are in parallel, right?
Yes, sir.
Two 500 ohms are in parallel. So what will be the total resistance? One minute, please.
250 only, sir.
250.
1 minute, please. 1 minute. All right, tell me. So total
Total resistance 250.
500 parallel 500 resistance becomes a half, right? So it is a 250 ohms. So 250 ohms is there in B option, right? Similarly, wattage. So each resistor is having how much wattage?
1,
Huh? 1 watt,
sir.
right? In parallel, power is additive or
Additive
what?
only, sir.
Additive only. So how much power it should be?
1 plus 1, 2.
2 watt.
Two.
So 250 ohms and 2 watt. Simple. Clear?
Yes.
Clear in the Babu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
That's it. Okay. So shall we go to our Stardelder transformation? So Stardelder transformation are used in starting of 3-phase induction motors also. sorry, star delta connections, star and delta connections are used in starting of induction motors, three-phase induction motors. Just I want to show you a simple PPT. Okay. Star connections and delta connections are both are used. Are you able to see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
what are you? What? So are you able to see the towers?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So if you see the tower, in the center tower, how many lines are there? Wires.
6, sir.
Left side how many?
Left side 6.
Center tower, left side three lines, right side 3 lines. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
21 lines.
So left side is a three-phase circuit, right side is also another three-phase circuit. So three-phase circuit can be in star or in delta only. Either it can be in star or it can be in delta. No series parallel like that. Okay. So transmission lines will be in a star connection or in delta connection, right? Mostly they are long transmission lines are in star only. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
the reason is also written in the slide. Okay. So they require less in insulation requirement is less. Okay. Next, delta connections are generally used in distribution networks for short distances. You are receiving power to your apartment, right? So that power is given to you using a distribution substation, or your apartment will have a separate transformer, right?
Yes, sir.
So this apartment is receiving from a transformer. The transformer is a delta connected transformer. It is a three-phase transformer. It will be generally delta connected. Okay. So there we use delta connection. We will see what is star and delta, and we will simply it's simple one only. Right, only a simple application I want to show you. So alternators, which are generally used in power plants. So this is thermal power plant, which you are 600 megawatt turbo generator. Turbo generator means a thermal power plant means water is converted into steam. That steam is given as input to a steam turbine. So the turbine is rotated by the pressure and the heat of the steam, and the turbine in turn rotates a generator. Okay, right, that is a turbo generator. So these generators are connected in star. Okay, so power is produced using a star network or a delta network. So transformers generally connected in star delta. So transformer will have primary wiring, primary winding, secondary winding, right? So one primary can be star or delta, secondary can be delta or star, like that. Okay. See, the connections are shown here in this figure. So this wire is here, that is connected to here. Okay, this is here, this is here. The first one is connected to second one of this. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
So different applications are there. So AC motors windings are connected in star delta connection depending upon requirement and application. Right. So I want to stop here this presentation and explain you what is a star delta star connection. Okay. Time is there. We ran out of time, huh?
Completed.
Huh? అయిపోయిందా?
అయిపోయింది.
So if you have any doubts you can ask, else we can stop. In the next class we will see star delta and how to convert a star into a delta network and a delta network into a star. Simply a simple derivation to obtain formulas from star to delta and vice versa. So solving a problem, right? Okay. So shall I stop here? No doubts? Okay, then I will stop here. So I will upload this video into that YouTube channel provided to you. So if you have any doubts, you can you can watch it again. Okay. Thank you.